Let's say you've built something, right? A web app, an app, a game, anything, and people are actually using it consistently. But here's the problem. You have no idea how they're actually using it and what parts of the app that you've built they're actually using. You don't know what buttons they've clicked, you don't know what page they visited, you don't know if they've come back today and they're gonna come back tomorrow. You have no idea. You're essentially flying in blind. This is where analytics comes into play. So you're probably wondering to yourself, what is analytics and why is it important for me to have it in my app? Now that's a really good question and I'll break that down for you, but just give me 1 second. Let me explain something about myself. I'm a software developer. I've built dozens of apps and I've built, oh my God, at least 50 plus websites in my life, as in websites for clients. And I'll be honest, for most of that, I didn't really care about analytics. I kind of thought of it of extra work, something only big corporations do. But I'll tell you now, that completely changed around a year ago. I started having some of my friends using my apps and started giving me some really good feedback. And I thought to myself, I wonder if other people that use my apps have thought of this feedback. Again, thinking back now, very, very stupid thinking. I should have had that on the go from the start. But we're human, we learn. Anyway, once I started tracking how people are using the things I built, I could not stop. I became addicted. And most importantly, I started learning from user behavior. And we're talking real behavior, your average Joe using the actual app. And it instantly made every feature I shipped better. And I want to be able to do any of it with analytics. So I'm going to show you guys how to set it up because it's so much easier than you think it is. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, oh my God, I've set up my whole app. I'm going to set up a whole new infrastructure just for analytics. Trust me, you do not need to do that. Here's all you need to do. You need to head over to PostHog. As you can see here, this is the PostHog website, and essentially it's the ultimate analytics tool. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, but trust me, I'm not. Look at my subscribers. I'm obviously not. Now, what PostHog is known for is analytics, being able to track every single part of your app, website, whatever. And the way it does that is it gets you to add little capture features. So as you can see here, posthog.capture, anywhere in the app where you actually want to track how the user's using it. For example, you've got a button on your website and you want to see how often people are clicking this button. All you need to do is just whack on this little capture right here, where the button, the function that triggers the button, and then that's all you need to do. You'll be able to see whenever people are actually using it. You know what? Let me give you a real world example. I built an app called Spello, right? It's a spelling app that helps you get better at spelling. As you can see, I was obviously inspired by the word or theme, but the app is really simple. You get blank tiles, you get a description, you can even play the sound of the word, and you have to just guess it, and you get 3 tries. Now the app started getting some decent traction, like a couple hundred people started using it, and I started to wonder myself, okay, I want to know when people are actually signing up and how often people are actually completing words. So I ended up doing exactly what I explained in the video. I went on PostHog, I created an account, and I went on my app and I added some capture events. So as you can see here, I created a PostHog file. This is where you instantiate the actual PostHog instance. And after that, it was just adding the capture. And then I went to the part of the function where the user's created and I added a capture here. So you can see here, Spello new user. So this is triggered whenever someone creates an account. And I did the same thing again whenever someone completes a word correctly. So as you can see here, I got a Spello word complete, and then it tells me when a word has been solved, the number of attempts, what the actual word was, and that's it. It's honestly so simple. You just go to PostHog, you create an account, you go to the documentation, and you just follow wherever you want to set it up. So you can see here, they've got so many SDKs. They've got it for Flutter, for Go, iOS, Node.js, Python, literally anything at this point. And if any part of you is thinking, oh my God, I don't want to follow the docs and spend too much time trying to set this up, if you have Claude Code or Cursor, trust me, it's dead simple. You can literally just ask the AI, hey, set up PostHog for my app. And it will do it for you because the documentation is just available everywhere at this point. I just want you guys to treat this like a new mental model. Treat analytics as if they're console logs. Apply them as if they're console logs. So you know when you're developing an app and you're putting console logs here and there just to track the progression of the app, think of that, but just start adding logs instead of that. Adding analytics logs. I'll give you a perfect example for it here. So let's say here we've got an error recreated anonymous user. Let's say I want to know when this actually happens. I want to track how often this happens. All I can do is just make a new line here, paste what I had here, remove these because I don't need this information, and I can just do the following. Copy this, have it right here, and then have error, and then go like that, and just paste it in as an error like so. Dead simple. Ignore the error here, it's just a TypeScript error. So now when this error actually happens, I'll be able to see it in my PostHog logs. And here's what it looks like. This is an example of a PostHog log of activities. As you can see here, a lot of people are spelling different words, and I can see exactly when they did it and where in the world they are, which is so, so cool. Let's take a look at this person here. They spelled a word correctly a day ago, and they are in North America, United States. They've got an iPhone 15, mobile, and they spelled the word, what word did they spell right? Description. You see? Oh no, they spelled it wrong actually. As you can see, solved is false, and they had 3 tries. So the app is, if you have more than 3 tries, then you get it wrong, and it moves on to the next word, and it doesn't count on the word you were trying to solve as correct. But as you can see, we've got multiple words being spelled correctly, and we've even got users joining. So let's see where this user's from. They joined 4 days ago. They are from North America, from Indian Trail. Trail? I don't know how to say that, but It's quite cool. And the cool thing with PostHog is it's got so many extra little features. Even I don't know every single part of this tool, but I know small things like this. For example, here it's got an AI feature. You can just ask it any question you want. So let's ask a question. How many new users have we had for Spello this month? Let's see what it says. And boom, just like that, it tells me we've had 9 new people this month. This app has been around for, I think, around a year. Maybe a year, maybe over a year. So it's quite cool to see we've got already 9 new users. And by the way, guys, this is completely free. They have a paid tier, but they've got a very generous free tier. So abuse it as much as you can. Another really cool feature that PostHog has is session replay. Now this usually is mainly used for websites and web apps. And it does what it says in the can. It allows you to replay a session that's already been had. So if you see here, I've got an image of an example of what it looks like because I don't have it set up for any of my websites just yet. As you can see, it allows you to look at how a user was using your website. So you'll see the mouse cursor, you'll see what they were clicking around, you'll see how long they said on the website. It's super, super helpful. Just thought I'd share that for anyone that's got a website that want to see how people are actually using it. And the way you can actually see it is just by literally clicking here, session replay. Obviously it won't show anything for me because I don't have it set up for any of my apps because it doesn't work on iOS or Android. It just works for websites. But yeah, let me just conclude for you. Here's my honest pitch. I cannot stress this enough. Analytics is essential. It's not a nice to have anymore. It's 2026. You need to know how users are using your app. And I'm telling you now, it will improve your apps tenfold because you'll stop guessing what users are doing and instead you'll start seeing what users are doing. You'll find out features that you spent weeks working on, nobody's actually using. And the features you didn't really care about, that you didn't spend too much time working on, everyone is using that feature. And trust me, once you see that, you can just start compounding, meaning you can just focus your attention on what people are actually using instead of wasting your time on features no one cares about. And I've been there, developer to developer, I've been there. You make something, you spend hours on it and no one cares about it. So give it a go. Check out PostHog. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but give them a go, trust me. I'm telling you, add analytics to anything you build next and you'll never look back. Have a good one. See you in the next video. Peace.